L'inflation continue de déstabiliser le marché financier mondial et les crypto-monnaies n'y échappent pas. Pour lutter contre l'inflation, la Réserve fédérale américaine a relevé ses taux directeurs de 3,4 de points mercredi 22 juin. C'est la plus forte hausse depuis 1994. Au Royaume-Uni, la Banque d'Angleterre prédit que le taux d'inflation du pays atteindrait 11%. En Europe, la Banque nationale suisse a relevé son taux directeur de 0,5 points de pourcentage. Des décisions qui ont un impact direct sur le marché des cryptos. Déjà déstabilisé par l'effondrement de Terra Luna, un projet blockchain sud-coréen en mai, la valeur des crypto-monnaies continue de s'effondrer. Samedi 18 juin, le Bitcoin a chuté de plus de 13%, plongé en dessous de la barre de 20 000 $ pour atteindre son niveau le plus faible en 18 mois. C'est une chute historique de 70% par rapport à novembre 2021, où la crypto-monnaie a connu un pic de 69 000 $. Une baisse qui pourrait se poursuivre avant d'atteindre un plancher de 13 000 $, selon les experts. Est-ce que la fin de la crypto-monnaie? Vassilios Karagianopoulos, expert en crypto et de la cybersécurité, estime que, malgré la chute, les crypto-monnaies continueront à circuler.
So there are multiple reasons why we see people investing in cryptocurrencies. When cryptocurrencies first came out, we saw a lot of people investing in cryptocurrencies because it was a new trend. It was decentralized. It was harder to monitor. So people were investing in cryptocurrencies in order to maybe use it for criminal activity online. And we've come a long way since then. And we have a huge variety of cryptocurrencies with different characteristics, such as Bitcoin, Ether, Monero, Zcash, and so on. So what we are seeing now is that people invest in cryptocurrencies for very different reasons. First of all, we saw a huge increase in value during COVID because everyone was sort of sitting at home and were buying things online, and they got a little more involved in online investments, cryptocurrencies, and therefore they started investing in cryptocurrencies, which were becoming more popular. We see this as an alternative to more traditional investments. So with the rise of the various cryptocurrencies, we've seen a lot of different services, investment related services existing and offering investment packages to potential investors. So there is an increased kind of interest in this market, which is quite volatile, but can be quite profitable as well. And I'm not really sure what the future holds. It's very volatile, as we said. We see governments trying to regulate or wanting to regulate, such as China or Russia, for example, and other governments maybe even investing in cryptocurrencies like we saw El Salvador doing, for example. So I think cryptocurrencies are here to stay. We're bound to have more developments, more coins perhaps. We do have a trend with stable coins, which are not so volatile, and they are pegged to the dollar or oil or gold. And that means that they can be used for more day-to-day kind of purchases. Compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum, for example, which can be quite volatile because they're based on demand and they're not pegged to some kind of stable fiat currency.
Même les gouvernements s'y intéressent davantage.
Cryptocurrencies are becoming very popular, and we see more and more ways that cryptocurrencies can be spent to purchase different products and services, or even exchanged for real money and be used in investment products as well. So with all that, especially with investments of a higher risk and high level, we should expect to see governments becoming more interested. A lot of cryptocurrencies have been linked with criminal activity, such as money laundering, terrorist financing. and even online purchases on the dark web, for example, in terms of contraband, such as illegal drugs or arms, and so on. So we have seen a general interest from governments across the globe in terms of regulating cryptocurrencies or regulating entities that deal with cryptocurrencies, such as crypto exchanges, for example, that would facilitate the exchange of cryptocurrencies with real fiat currencies. Another big issue with cryptocurrencies is the energy consumption. We've seen regulation relating to the huge amounts of energy that mining farms, as we call them, tend to consume. So we've seen a movement away from China, for example, which was a big center in terms of mining farms, to other areas such as Mongolia or Kazakhstan, or even the US and Texas, where electricity, for example, is much cheaper, and there's a lower level of regulation in terms of building mining farms. We have seen a trend of Russian buyers investing in cryptocurrencies because of the economic sanctions and the dive that the ruble has taken because of that. So people felt they can sort of safeguard some of their savings, perhaps by buying cryptocurrencies, which seem to be more stable at the time compared to the ruble. After the recent crash, obviously, this might have changed. But in general, we mentioned that cryptocurrencies are quite volatile, and they're usually not recommended for stable investment. If someone has life savings, for example, and they want to hold on to that money, and they're not trying to make quick profit, investing in cryptocurrencies might involve certain risks that you have to be a seasoned investor, let's say, to deal with. So we might see individuals investing in cryptocurrencies if the ruble, for example, keeps going down. But at the same time, I don't think we can advise individuals to put their life savings in cryptocurrencies because of the risks involved.
Pour les entreprises, les crypto-monnaies constituent un autre moyen de vendre leurs biens. Vendredi 17 juin, Samsung a relancé son application Wallet qui intègre Samsung Blockchain Wallet, une fonction qui permet aux utilisateurs de surveiller facilement leur portefeuille d'actifs numériques et consulter la valeur des différents cours. Le 21 juin, la compagnie aérienne espagnole Vueling a annoncé qu'elle allait accepter les crypto-monnaies comme moyen de paiement. La compagnie émirate prévoit d'accepter prochainement le Bitcoin. 75% des commerçants américains envisagent d'accepter ces modes de paiement dans les 2 prochaines années.